Doesn't take memory off of the computer.
Server here, but
So did you give them background how we know each other?
no.
Oh, interesting.
But okay, so let me start right now. Hi, thanks everybody for being here. Not that you had a choice, but thanks for watching. Kim Allen, and I'm a teacher and of business classes, and I love having people from cool jobs or interesting things going on in their lives as speakers. And today we have the one and only Eric Marmon. And if you don't know him, now you do. So Eric and I have known each other for, oh my gosh, I can't even count how long. I don't want to count how long.
Probably over 30 years.
Right, but I know it's since 7th grade.
Right.
And I have pictures to prove it. Of you sitting on the front step of Wilson Junior High with your skateboard.
I would love to see that picture.
With your skateboard gang that was what's his face? The two
Brando,
Jared.
Jared Carr. Yeah.
And the third one, the
Gomberg.
Yeah, the three, yeah. And then Peterson once in a while, and then Craig, and then also Stu Bryant started to kick it. So tell us about your education, your work background.
So I went to Philadelphia Public Schools. Miss Allen and I went to junior high school and high school together. After that, wasn't really big, huge student in high school. You know, I was more of an athlete, chased the girls around. So after high school, I went to junior college for 3 years, got my associate's degree in psychology, transferred to East Stroudsburg University, which is in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. Took me another 3 years to get my bachelor's degree. Then I went to psychology. I worked at a mental health outpatient facility for about 8 years. I started as running groups, then became a case manager. And then toward the end, I had my personal care home license, and I had an apartment of 16 one-bedroom apartments and 2 houses that I ran. So I ran a staff of about 25, provided housing, medication, transportation to the population in my organization. And then after that, got burned out, and I went into sales for 2 years, and I hated it. I was a recruiter. And then I just kind of fell into teaching. So I went back and got my master's in multicultural education, and became a health and phys ed teacher. And then this is my 16th year. June will be my 16th year teaching. In between, always interested in clothes and fashion, and especially sneakers growing up. Ever since Michael Jordan entered the league in 1985, been a huge Michael Jordan fan. I think anybody that knows me from high school that'd be the first thing out of their mouth is he was a huge Bulls and Michael Jordan fan, which I still am. And when last year, when the video came out on Netflix about the whole Jordan years, I was like thrown back in time. So that was awesome to rewatch and relive all that. Yeah, education wise.
What were your first jobs when you were in high school or graduated high school?
So I worked at Giro's, but the one on Welsh Road.
Oh my
Probably
God.
From where your ex-boyfriends worked. I probably worked at that one for 7 years through high school and throughout high school.
They had good pizza.
They put the sauce on the top.
Are they still around?
They're still around. I just drove by there yesterday on my way home from work, actually.
Sauce on the top.
I worked there for many years. And then I worked at a supermarket when I was younger. I worked in the deli counter. That was like my first real job at a pizza place. It was great. I loved it. And then I graduated college in December, and the place where I did my internship, Milestones, the outpatient mental health facility, I went back to visit in January, and they offered me a job like 2 weeks after I graduated college. And 3 weeks after I graduated college, I was working full time.
That's very, very fortunate.
Very fortunate.
Now there's a lot of laws about internships, and it's not allowed to stipulate that they're required to hire you. but I know it happens a lot, especially if you're a reliable employee.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. Just went back to visit. I was out of college, and they're like, we have a position. We really like to offer you the position. I'm like, whoa, I wasn't even thinking about it, or it kind of just worked out. So,
That's a good reason to do a good job at an internship,
yep.
right? Um, okay, and then tell us. So obviously you're here because, oh my gosh, you are such a collector. You are what's known as a sneakerhead.
I would probably agree with that.
And do you buy and sell, or do you mostly just buy?
I mostly just buy. I haven't sold anything that I have, um, but I've been buying for, probably since the late '90s, buying more. But when all the new Jordans came out, they would come out when we were younger, All-Star Weekend, so which is usually right around President's Day, Valentine's Day. So every February, I would get my new pair of Air Jordans. So I had a few of the first ones. I never had any twos. I never liked them. I still have probably 8 pairs of threes or 9 pairs of threes, 8 pairs of fours, 10 pairs of fives, a couple sixes, couple sevens, no eights, couple nines. So I have them all up to 15. And then after that, I only have 23. So I usually like the retros, which are the ones with the older ones. These days, Air Jordan 1s are a huge seller, which I think are the most uncomfortable Air Jordans. But for some reason, I guess people love them. The last 2 years, the price almost doubled for resellers. So if you look at, sneaker trends, the last 2 years, they probably put up more Air Jordan 1s than any other Air Jordan number since I can remember.
Definitely. And so what got you interested in collecting sneakers?
I just always loved Air Jordans. So then we graduated high school in 1990. So the Air Max 90, which is probably my favorite Nike, and I probably have 50 pair. Just when I had these, I just loved them. So I started collecting the Air Max 90s, and then it just branched from there. Air Max 1s, Air Max 95s, 97s, and then recently they came out with new Air Maxes like the Vapor Max. So I got a pair of Vapor Maxes. It has the crazy bottoms. And then they came out with 98s that weren't too big. Then they started introducing the tuned Airs, which were big when we were younger. So they're bringing all the older sneakers back, just making new colorways. I have a pair of Barclays. These is what the Michigan team wore when they played in the champions in the NCAA in the early 90s. So this is my second pair. My first pair that I had from 93 just got tore up, and I think they're either in the attic or they might have gotten tossed by accident. So, but I have sneakers here. I have a pair of, I believe these are from 95, 94. So when they re-released the black ones for the first time. So these sneakers are pretty old. So, and then just been collecting Jordans and Air Maxes, I don't know, for the last 20, 30 years.
Wow. But the trend is as a whole, what do you think started the trend, like for people to start collecting sneakers? Let me guess. Does it have anything to do with Run DMC song? My Adidas?
I don't know about that, but I
Okay.
remember
Tell us.
the Foamposite Galaxies, I believe, was what kicked off like the reselling. Those sneakers were limited release, so I don't know. They made 50,000, and usually they make hundreds of thousands. So when it's a limited number and you can't get them anymore, and they only make them one time, that the resale value just shoots up. So when those sneakers came out, I think they were $180, and I think a week after that they were selling for like $400, $500, $600. This is before eBay, or eBay had just started. Not really sure, but the Foam Galaxies, I believe, is what set the reselling market for sneakers, and just the redoing all the Air Jordans years later. I don't know if you notice some of the Air Jordans, like the Carmine 6s, they're on their third edition. So some of the Jordans that were created in the 80s and 90s are now being re-released. The leather's different. Some of the materials are different. Some people say that back then the sneakers were made better. Now there's different companies like Shoe Palace, which is a very big company in the United States. They're producing their own. I don't know if Nike's working with them. So you can buy the same sneaker, but it can be made out of 2 different materials, which is very odd. I just saw a special about the new Shadow Air Jordans that just came out last weekend, the gray and black ones that some guy on YouTube showed. He bought one from Shoe Palace and one from Nike, and the materials were totally different. So, and there's a lot of fakes out there, which you have to be leery of. I got burned one time. I tried to buy a pair of sneakers and sent the guy money. When they got here, I could just tell by opening the box the way they smelled that they weren't real. So you got to be careful when you're buying sneakers online or from people that, because there's some shady people out there.
Yeah.
Especially with sneakers.
I see you just got a box there delivered.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. So
unboxing here.
So it's from Nike. I have no idea what it is. I don't remember ordering. Actually, you know what? It's probably, I ordered a shirt and socks. Because every June I get new socks. So if you're gonna have fresh sneaks, gotta have fresh socks. So yeah, got a whole box of got new 6 pairs of socks. And I got a new shirt because I have a t-shirt or a shirt to match all my sneakers. So that's what that is. So it wasn't sneakers this time, it was clothes.
All right, I have a lot of questions coming in the side that I'll be popping in. So, what do you have besides Jordans?
I have Asics. I love Asics. They're
Why
probably,
Asics?
again, came out in 9 ones. So the 5.
Uh-oh, freezing up a little bit.
So different regular split. If you have wide feet.
Wait, you're freezing up.
The gel light 3s, these came out actually in 1990 also, and they have a split tongue, if you can see. So there's not like a flat tongue. So these are for wider feet people. So other than the Jordans and the Air Maxes, these are the only things. I don't own any Adidas anymore or suede Pumas. I gave those all away. I vowed not to wear Adidas ever again. That's silly, but I know Yeezys are very comfortable. Just won't be on my feet.
All right. So, can you talk about what's the most valuable sneaker
that I have or out there?
Let's do both.
So I'm always on StockX and the GOAT app. They're like the 2 main, I guess, sites where you can buy sneakers. I just saw a pair of Nike Yeezys, the Red Octobers, which were a limited run. They're $15,000. So I know that the Nike Air One, Nike, or the Jordan Air Jordan 1 Dior's, which were like a couple $1,000s, they're like 20,000 now. So there's some sneakers that you can get. There's a Eminem had an Air Jordan 4 that came out. They only made I think like 500 of them. They're worth $25,000. A pair of Undefeated 4s, they're worth $25,000. So there's some sneakers out there that aren't like Balenciagas or that are Nike or Yeezys, and they're worth $15,000, $20,000. I don't know. The most expensive sneaker I have, I have a couple Air Jordans that I haven't even worn yet. So we call that
sneakers on ice.
I do have some on ice. So these are probably one of my favorite sneakers of all times. These have never came out of the box yet. I just had to have them when they came out. So the Air Jordan 3 Black Cements, brand new. Haven't even worn them. Stuff's still in the shoe. It's probably one of my favorite sneakers of all time. I don't even know.
Why don't you wear it?
I don't know. I'm afraid to. I had an old pair, but I can't find them. I have white ones also. I have the red ones. I have blue ones. Another sneaker I haven't worn yet. The Animal Jordan 3s. Again, brand new. Haven't even worn them yet. Still has all the stuff on in them. Comes with these special, I put these in there, shoe protectors so they don't crease. So I haven't worn these yet either. And I have a pair of Air Jordan 5s. Great tongue. I have not even.
I remember last year, one of my students had sneakers and they had creased in the front. They were
Oh
brand
yeah,
new.
freak out. I have kids that come to gym and they take their sneakers off because they don't want to crease them. I'm like, well, don't wear new sneakers to school.
That's right,
It's
in PE
crazy.
class. Well, I helped him figure out how to uncrease it, right? Because I'm the fashion
Oh yeah, how did you do that?
sewing teacher.
What would you recommend he do?
Well, it was you. I texted you and you gave me a
Oh
tip.
right.
I mean, what
There's a
was it?
couple ways of getting them out.
And it worked.
I also have some rare ones that maybe some people never seen before. So Nike does a lot of collab with Jordan and Neymar, the soccer player, came out with his own Jordans. And these weren't too popular, but they have his number 10 on the side. So these are low top fives. So I
They're
don't know
good
if a lot of
looking.
people have ever seen these before. These are
Yeah.
kind of uncommon. When I wear these, people are like, whoa, where'd you get those? There's
Oh,
some sneakers I have here. Um, other ones, so I know these are popular. Fear Pack. So I have the Fear Fours. These are, if you look these up on the internet, they're probably $600 or $700.
they're good
Brand new.
looking. Yeah.
I have the threes also, but the fives were very hard to get. I couldn't get those. Sometimes I have a limit of what I want to spend. Like I won't spend $350 anymore. Like that's obscene.
Here's a couple questions in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, so you already said the two places you like to buy sneakers, Goat and
I'll buy them from anywhere,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I'll buy them from anywhere. But sometimes when you're looking for something rare,
Have
you
you
might have to go
traveled
there.
to have you traveled and bought sneakers while you're traveling?
Have I bought sneakers traveling? I mean, I bought sneakers at like the Nike outlets in Maryland, Atlantic
Mm.
City. I don't get them anywhere. I don't really care. I've
When you
bought them
came
from
out to
eBay.
LA, did you go sneaker shopping?
I haven't been to LA since I think I came to see you.
I know with
Well, I was
Ross, I
there one
remember.
time after that, but
Oh my God.
I know that there's like an Air Jordan place there because my friend goes, his family, his girlfriend's, his wife's family lives out there. So he bought me a t-shirt back from like the flight store. I think there's a flight store
Flight
somewhere
Club.
there. Flight Club.
We have a Flight Club. It's
Yes,
really
that's where he
cool.
got that from.
Okay.
So I have a t-shirt from there.
Yeah.
A lot of
Somebody,
Jordan
do
t-shirts
you
too.
regret not focusing in high school?
Yeah, yeah. I always yeah, that and maybe not partying so much in college. But I had fun. I mean, I don't have any regrets about that. The most regret I ever have is not going school abroad when I was in college.
Mm,
Should have went to another country to experience that. My girlfriend went to Florence and did that. So that's really the only regret that I have. I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
can't live life with regrets, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, could have done a lot of things differently.
Studying abroad is really a valuable thing. I mean, when in your life can you just go live for 3 months in another country? I
Right.
went to Rome.
Culturally, I would have loved to have done that.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. I have a few questions
okay.
that are quick questions. Top 10. What are you reading right now?
I am reading Bettina Love. We want to do more than just survive. I'm a big agent of change. I'm also on a committee at my school for equity, equality, and justice. I co-chair it with my principal. I also belong to two Philadelphia organizations. One's called BARS, which is Building Anti-Racist Schools. So in Philadelphia, most of the students that I teach are Black and Brown students. We have a lot of Asian students, a lot of students from Haiti, Central America. So culturally, I always like to know what's going on. So that's one of the reasons why I went and got my master's on multicultural education. I've always
Mm.
been involved. We've had Black and Brown friends in high school, so I always know that they weren't treated the same. So now I want to make change for that. I think that everybody should be treated the same, no matter what they look like. They should be judged on their ability, not on the color of their skin or their ethnic background or religious beliefs. So I'm a big advocate for change. So I read a lot of justice books and stuff like that.
Mm. What are you watching right now?
Well, Handmaid's Tale just started back, so I'm Handmaid's Tale person.
I read that book
I
years
like a
ago.
lot of History Channel stuff. So the History Channel has this segment of all these different things. I watched one about the Ku Klux Klan, one about how the FBI started, about, president assassination. So I like the History Channel stuff. Documentaries I really like a lot.
And what are you eating a lot of right now?
Nuts, cashews, almonds. I've got really into the oat milks and smoothies in the last couple of years. So yeah, stuff like that.
And take out or cook in? Do
Oh, both.
you have a morning routine?
Um, just coffee, and then I usually go to Wawa and get a breakfast sandwich. On the
Nice.
weekends, I cook eggs,
Yeah,
or pancakes or French toast. But
we don't have
um,
Wawa here. Wawa has such
I thought there
good,
was a Wawa in California.
not
No,
here. They have such good
so
breakfasts.
Wawa is kind of like your
7-Eleven. We have 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, but there's so much more prepared foods now. Now you can get breakfast, you can get lunch. Now they're delivering cheeseburgers and pasta for dinner.
They
It's
have
insane.
salads. They have it's great. Wawa.
So my brother worked at the first Wawa. The first Wawa was a milk farm. They would produce milk and sell milk, and that's how they basically started. Now this is east from Florida down to Pennsylvania to Florida. So now they're putting gas stations everywhere with new Wawas. So
See, it's crazy.
it is.
Cryptocurrency, yes or no?
I have cryptocurrency. I also have stocks on cryptocurrency, even though it took a dive a couple weeks ago. Um, just just because of the buy and trading value. I know it's up and down, but a lot of people got very rich off of it. So
And what kind of fitness routine do you have?
right now, I haven't been back to the gym since COVID started. But I am fully vaccinated now, so I'll probably go back shortly. But I have a lot of after school responsibilities. So some days I don't get home till after 5. So by that time I'm spent. But I work out every day with the kids. We do a fitness routine from head to toe. We do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges, jumping jacks. So I'm pretty active, pretty fit for a person who's almost 50.
Yeah.
So
Why are you telling all these secrets? You want to show what you brought there today, Mr. Show?
so so I brought our yearbook. Miss Allen and I went to high school together. And one of the things, how they do the superlatives for when you graduate, you guys probably are doing that now. Who's the best couple, most successful, best smile, best hair. So there was a category, class flirts. Well, Greg and Lauren came in first, but me and Miss Allen were both second. So we were both very, I guess, flirtatious in high school. We hung out with a group of about 15 to 20 people. We used to go to these ski trips.
Oh my God.
And
I'm going to stop you right there.
bring adult beverages, and
No, we didn't.
we had fun in high school. My parents had close friends that would go to Massachusetts every other weekend our senior year. So there was parties at my house constantly our senior year. So
We had
it was
some
great.
good friends. I'll tell you
We
that. I
did.
was very fortunate because I know not everybody is fortunate in high school to have a lot of friends and then also to have a lot of good friends. And we have people that we actually liked.
And I still talk to half a dozen of them, you being one of them.
Same here.
So when
Yeah.
you come in, I try and make an effort to see you. And when I
Yeah.
was in Vegas, we flew to California and spent a couple of days with you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Not everybody has that. We were
right,
definitely fortunate because of that.
definitely close knit group.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And last question, do you have a favorite of your sneaker? I don't remember if you answered that.
The Air Jordan 3 Black Cements, they're definitely one of my favorite. Another one of my favorites, if you look these up, I just have to get them redone, but these sneakers are super expensive. These are Huff Quakes. These were a limited release. You see the bottoms chipping, but if I ever get these, redone, this is one of my favorite style sneakers, just because of all the different the details. That, and I have another one that I left out that I wanted to show you, just because of the details and the leather.
You have people that can redo your sneakers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's people. These are called a new species, and the leather on here is just amazing, and the detailing. You really can't see it, But if you look these up, I mean, these sneakers are, I think they're really nice. So I
Yeah.
love suede sneakers. If I can get my hands on suede sneakers, I'll always buy suede sneakers. I have those. And then there's another pair I want to show you guys. These came out, I think, 2 years ago. These are all different color suedes. So and then I have like the spray to spray them down so they don't get wet or damaged or anything.
I've seen you wear those on your Instagram.
Yes, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's E23M. You'll see all my sneaks and my 2 cats.
Of
I
course.
don't really have any pictures of me. I don't think I'm photogenic, but a lot
Well,
of sneakers.
thanks for being here
Thanks
today.
for having me. You can't